There we go. Oh, it's decent too. Oh, rough landing. Who said you can't go bass fishing in December? Welcome to the December 2023 Weekend Warrior Box. Where have you been all the time? Dude, that's how they're eating it. That's how they're eating it.
Nice, baby.
What's going on, everybody? It's Josh here from Dark Horse Tackle. It is December 2023, and you know what that means. We've got the last Weekend Warrior box of the year to open up. Zach and I have been out here using the baits in this box right now. Look, December's a tough month, but it is my favorite month to go bass fishing. It really is. I'm serious. This is your best opportunity from now until late February, early March to get out there and really catch a giant bass. This is PB weather right now. We're looking at a low pressure front coming through, bunch of precipitation, and we're out here doing some research and development. So let's get inside this box. So once you open the box, you've got the card. Lady with the Lure is our featured angler of the month. Thank you for the picture, Lady with the Lure. Now let's talk about the goods inside the box. Turn it around, check it out. List of baits, prices, what's in the Dabble pack, and what's in the Weekend Warrior box. And for our featured small business of the month, we've got 1820. 1820 is a candle company out of East Palestine, Ohio. And these candles make the perfect gift for somebody who's put up with all that money you've been spending on fishing gear all year. Am I right?
Yeah.
1820 makes candles out of pure plant wax, legitimately real botanicals, and they have a myriad of flavors or scents. Isn't that right, Zach?
Yes, it is. My favorite thing about them, if they've got more smells in their candles that are like Papaw than they are like Grandma's purse.
And these candles are really good if you want to tell a spooky story.
Like that one time when we went fishing and didn't catch anything.
Ah! Okay, you ready? Yeah. First things first, out of your December Weekend Warrior box, you've got a little crankbait from Robusto. This is the Bulldog Z2 crankbait. Bunch of different patterns. You know Robusto, one of the best painters in the world. This guy is freaking Picasso with an airbrush. This is a really awesome copper crawl color. We did some crawls, we did some shads. This bait itself, it's one of those medium diving style crankbaits. Good tight wobble, good deflection, you know, a little bit of that hunting that people like to talk about with their crankbaits. Next up, we've got a twofer for you. We have a brand new presentation from Core Tackle called the Hover Rig. This is the weedless Hover Rig, and we are going to get this paired up with the Bass Tricks Flash Tricks. This is a super finesse presentation, great for those who are using electronics, but it's also a great bait to use while just walking the banks, rivers, streams, lakes, creeks, you name it. This Hover Rig can be fished anywhere, even though it has been designed as one of those newer electronic presentations. Now here, I'm gonna show you how to rig this bait. So, you've got your bait, you've got your rig. You're gonna wanna picture, right? Picture how this bait's gonna go, because it's not like a typical shaky head or a typical weedless style deal. This weight is actually inserted into the head of that bait. So what I like to do is I make a mark just like I did, and I'm gonna stick it right there in the middle, run this, go all the way down its back until you've got a good exit point, which should be about right here. We're gonna slide this back, and this plastic is super soft. There's some great durability to it also, even though it's so soft. And once that's there, you just tuck that little piece of lead into the head, and there is your weedless Core Tackle Hover Rig with a Bastrix Flastrix. Now, this bait's really cool, and one of my favorite things about the Bastrix Flastrix that makes it stand out amongst its competition or any other style hover rig bait, this is actually a hand-painted finesse bait, which is insane to think about. Soft plastics getting hand-painted? I didn't know that. But they are super legit, super hyper-realistic looking baits. I mean, look how beautiful this thing is. Fantastic little bait here. Let us know in the comments which color you got and how you plan to fish the Flastrix with the hover rig. Fourth on the list for your December Weekend Warrior box is the third and final brand new company that we're working with in this box. This is from 5 AM Fishing. This is the Reaper Crawl. The Reaper Crawl is a very versatile 3.5-inch bait, Ned rig, flip it, pitch it. I'm actually going to show you how I've got it rigged for the winter. So out of the package, this is what it looks like, and I've got it on a Madmouth Ned head that came in the November Weekend Warrior box. And if you didn't get a November Weekend Warrior box and you want these Ned heads, we've got it on the store. Build your own box and an online tackle shop with a monthly subscription. Somebody's doing something right. Anyways, this is how I prefer to fish it during the winter. Just nice and slow, kind of dragging, popping it out of the weeds, letting it bang against something. That's a big thing for me in the winter time, is letting the bait hit something and try to get a reaction once it gets unstuck from whatever you're hitting it on. Let us know in the comments how you plan to fish the Reaper Crawl from 5 AM Fishing. This is my choice right here on a Madmouth Ned rig. All right, and lastly, this is my favorite wintertime presentation, my favorite soft plastic ever made, one of the silliest, most natural looking baits to ever exist, and that is an X-Swimmer from Z Bait Company. I'm going to show you my favorite way to rig it in the winter right now. This is my favorite way to rig the X-Swimmers. I cut a little bit of the head off, take about a 1/4 inch off, run it on a Jigmasters sled head. That's the most important part. The Jigmasters sled head is the most important part. The Jigmasters has been featured in plenty of boxes, and we have a lot of Jigmasters terminal tackle on our website, darkhorsetackle.com, right now. But I'm throwing this on a BFS setup. This is a 6'10" medium, extra fast rod with a 7 gear ratio reel, 12-pound test braid going to 8 to 10-pound fluorocarbon or copolymer. Just depends on what's in my backpack at that day. But bomb casts, and just vary your retrieve. You can go slow, you can go fast, you can jig it, you can let it hit the bottom. You can do whatever you need to do to ensure that bite. And when you get that bite, that's when you're going to want to start making that repetitive retrieve. So if you caught the fish yo-yoing it, you're going to want to continue to yo-yo it until that bite goes away, and then you reset, start throwing it different ways. But put this on any kind of ball head jig that you've got and watch your success in winter fishing start to rise. This is my favorite bait for winter fishing. I will say it again. I have caught tons of fish throwing this bait. And again, you really don't have to go that slow. This is a fantastic reaction style bait. Very small profile, very natural looking, natural movement, good vibration, natural colors. It's going to get eaten by the fish. Well, folks, that wraps up the December 2023 Weekend Warrior box. It's been a long year. It's been a fun year. We've met a lot of cool people. We've done a lot of cool things. And guess what? 2024, at a minimum, is going to be twice as cool. We've got a ton of stuff coming out. We're doing a ton of things. We'll be at a bunch of expos. We're going to work with a bunch of new bait companies next year. We will be sponsoring the Kayak Adventure Series, which is a brand new style of kayak fishing tournaments. There will be more information about that on our website soon to come. And we also have a podcast as well, literally called Dark Horse Tackle. So if you want to listen to us talk some more, if you can't get enough of us on YouTube, you can't get enough of us on Instagram Live, and you just want to hear our voices, go ahead and get on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and hear our sweet angelic voices.
Bite windows, baby.
Speaking of bite windows, we got to run. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you. I'm gonna show you my favorite.
That's from mouth freezing.
That's insane. Good? Okay. I'm just not getting my cookies, you know? Told you. I don't know what I have, but I don't. Oh my God. Zach,
Is that a crappie?
that's a shad.
Jesus
Dude.
Christ.
Look at this. Is this not what you come here for? Are you not entertained?